They called him a madman, a dreamer, a failure who died alone in a hotel room, and yet the world you live in today runs on his ideas. Every time you flip a light switch, charge your phone, or hear electricity hum through a city at night, you're stepping into the mind of Nikola Tesla, a man who saw the future with terrifying clarity and lived long enough to watch others profit from it while he faded into obscurity. This is not a story about success in the usual sense. It's a story about brilliance arriving too early, about lost inventions, broken promises, and how billions were made by people who did not create the future, but claimed it. This is Nikola Tesla, the genius the world wasn't ready for. Nikola Tesla was born in 1856 in a small village in what is now Croatia, then part of the Austrian Empire. The world he entered was harsh, rigid, and deeply unequal. Most people lived by candlelight. Electricity was a curiosity, not a utility. Science was advancing, but slowly, tied down by tradition and limited imagination. Tesla's father was a strict Orthodox priest who wanted his son to follow a religious path. His mother, however, was something else entirely. Though she never received formal education, she built household tools with her own hands and had a memory so sharp it bordered on photographic. Tesla would later say that his inventive ability came from her. From a young age, Nikola was different, not in a charming way, in an unsettling way. He experienced vivid flashes of light in his mind. He could visualize entire machines in perfect detail, rotate them mentally, test them, improve them, all without touching a single tool. While other children played, Tesla was haunted by images of inventions that didn't yet exist. Was it genius, or was it torment? He grew up during a time when industrial power meant national power. Steam engines drove empires, coal ruled cities. Electricity was the next frontier, but no one knew exactly how to tame it. Tesla knew. As a young man, Tesla studied engineering across Europe, excelling academically but struggling personally. He was obsessive, intense, and socially awkward. He worked until collapse, gambled compulsively, and suffered breakdowns from exhaustion. But inside his mind, something extraordinary was forming. At the time, the world relied on direct current, DC electricity. It was inefficient, expensive, and dangerous over long distances. Cities could only be powered within a short radius of a generator. Expansion was limited. Tesla envisioned something radical, alternating current AC, a system that could transmit electricity over vast distances, safely and cheaply. It was elegant, powerful, revolutionary. There was just one problem. The most powerful man in electricity didn't want it. In 1884, Tesla arrived in New York City with 4 cents in his pocket, a letter of recommendation, and nothing else. The city was loud, filthy, alive, and hungry for innovation. And at the center of it all stood Thomas Edison, already famous, already wealthy, already worshipped as America's greatest inventor. Tesla went to work for Edison. At first, it seemed like destiny. Edison valued hard work and practical results. Tesla delivered both. He worked brutal hours, fixing Edison's machines, improving efficiency, solving problems others couldn't. But the two men could not have been more different. Edison trusted trial and error. Tesla trusted theory and vision. Edison built by brute force. Tesla built in his mind. Edison chased profit. Tesla chased possibility. When Tesla proposed alternating current, Edison dismissed it as dangerous nonsense. Worse, Edison reportedly promised Tesla a large sum of money to improve DC systems, then laughed it off as a joke once the work was done. Tesla quit, not with anger, with quiet resolve. And that's when the war began. What followed became known as the War of the Currents. Edison launched a ruthless campaign to destroy Tesla's AC system. He publicly electrocuted animals to prove its danger. He supported the use of AC in the electric chair, linking Tesla's technology with death in the public mind. Fear became a weapon. But Tesla wasn't alone anymore. Enter George Westinghouse, an industrialist who recognized the brilliance of AC. Westinghouse backed Tesla financially and technologically, betting his empire on an idea most people feared. The battle reached its climax at the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. Millions attended. And when night fell, the fairgrounds lit up in a blaze of electric light powered entirely by Tesla's alternating current system. It was stunning, unforgettable, a glimpse of the future. Tesla had won, or so it seemed. The real victory came soon after, when Tesla's AC system was used to harness the power of Niagara Falls. For the first time, nature itself was converted into large-scale electrical energy and transmitted miles away. It was one of the greatest engineering achievements in human history. Tesla should have become unimaginably rich. Instead, he tore up his royalty contract with Westinghouse to save the company during financial trouble. He gave up what would later be worth billions. Why? Because Tesla believed money would corrupt the mission. He believed technology should free humanity, not enslave it. That belief would cost him everything. At the peak of his fame, Nikola Tesla was a celebrity. He dined with writers, bankers, and aristocrats. Newspapers called him a wizard. He held dramatic public demonstrations, letting electricity course through his body as he stood calmly, glowing. But behind the spectacle, his ideas were racing far ahead of the world's ability to understand them. Tesla wasn't just thinking about power plants, he was thinking about wireless energy, global communication, remote control, robotics, radar, and even renewable power drawn directly from the Earth itself. He spoke of a world where energy and information flowed freely, without wires, borders, or monopolies. To modern ears, it sounds familiar. Too familiar. One of Tesla's most ambitious projects was the Wardenclyffe Tower, a massive structure on Long Island, designed to transmit electricity and information wirelessly across the globe. Imagine free energy, available everywhere. Now imagine how threatening that sounded to investors who made fortunes by controlling access. Tesla's primary backer, J.P. Morgan, initially supported the project. But when he realized Tesla intended to give energy away rather than meter it, funding vanished. The tower was never completed. It stood unfinished, then abandoned. A monument to a future that might have been. Tesla never recovered financially. As the years passed, the world moved on. Other inventors refined, marketed, and patented technologies built on Tesla's foundations. Radio was claimed by Marconi. Electrical companies grew rich. Cities expanded. Tesla faded. He became more eccentric, more isolated. He developed strict routines, avoided human contact, and formed an emotional attachment to pigeons, one of which he claimed to love as one loves a person. People laughed. They stopped listening. But even then, Tesla kept thinking. He spoke of weapons that could end all wars, of energy shields, of machines that could split the earth. Were these the ravings of a broken man, or warnings ignored too easily? When Nikola Tesla died in 1943, alone and in debt, most newspapers treated it as a footnote, another strange genius gone. But then something curious happened. The US government seized his papers. Trunks of notes, diagrams, and ideas were classified and reviewed by intelligence agencies. Why? What was in those papers? Some were later released, others were not. To this day, speculation lingers. Did Tesla leave behind inventions too dangerous, too disruptive, or too powerful to reveal? Or was his greatest threat the same one he always posed? A world where technology served people instead of profits. Today, Tesla's name is everywhere, on cars, on companies, on headlines. And yet, the man himself remains misunderstood. He wasn't a businessman. He wasn't a politician. He wasn't even a practical inventor in the traditional sense. He was a conduit, a man tuned to the frequency of the future, broadcasting ideas to a world that couldn't quite receive them. Think about it. Wireless communication, renewable energy, remote control, automation, even the idea of a global information network. All of it echoes Tesla. So why did he die poor while others grew rich? Because the world rewards those who package ideas, not always those who birth them. Nikola Tesla once said, "The present is theirs. The future for which I really worked is mine." More than a century later, that future has arrived, and we're still catching up. The question isn't whether Tesla was a genius. The question is, how many ideas like his are still ahead of their time, waiting, while the world decides whether it's ready to listen? Because sometimes the greatest tragedy isn't failure. It's being right too early. And Nikola Tesla was right about almost everything.